guys, Tabitha here from Shredded Physiques, CEO and founder of Shredded Physiques, mindset and body transformation coach. So today's topic, I'm going to be really talking about manifesting your guys' dreams, because I think for a lot of us, we have all of these great desires and all of these things that we want to accomplish, but we often limit that just through like negative thinking. We set a lot of limiting beliefs on ourselves. Maybe it's your childhood, maybe it's your upbringing. So today I really wanted to dive into the key habits to manifestation, and there's going to be 3 steps to this process. So the first one I want to talk about is intention. Everybody has all of these dreams and desires that we have, but if we're not clear on the intention that we want and actually like laying down that smackdown, it's very hard and it can get really confusing for the universe to deliver what you actually truly want. So the thing with the intention is a lot of us hold on to something so strongly that we really want to manifest this so badly that we try and push for it. And the more that you guys try and push for something, it's less likely to happen. Think of it like you're waiting, maybe you're like just going on a date with a guy or a girl and you really want to hear from them, and you're just waiting and hoping, and you're kind of getting in that obsessive state about wanting to hear back from them via text. And you're not getting the text message. The more that you think about it, the less likely it is that it creates like anxiety, fears of doubts, and all these things start to come up. And what happens? He or she doesn't text you. Whereas when you kind of set the intention that, you know, maybe you're thinking about this person and you want to hear from them, you kind of like set the intention and you forget it. Chances are, you know, they're going to call you, they're going to text you, but regardless, you're going to hear from them because you've kind of like forgotten about it. So it's the same thing with our intention. We want to be super clear with the outcome that we want to achieve. So when you're setting your intention, it's very important that you set it and you forget it. And I'm not saying that you can never think about your dreams or think about the things that you want to manifest. I'm just saying that you can't hold on to something and hope and wish, because the more that you do that, it's actually going to backfire and it's going to push that thing away further away from you. So you want to have an intention of what is it that you want to manifest? What type of relationship do you want to manifest? What sort of wealth do you want to bring into your life? What sort of career do you want to manifest? Whatever it is, you want to have a clear intention. And you can't be negative with this, you know. So I know for a lot of us, we think, well, it would be nice to have this, but there's always those doubtful words and those doubtful things that come in. You want your intention to be as clear as possible. So don't be negative. And the most important thing is when you set your intention, you have to remember that the word attraction says action inside of it. So it's really important that although you're setting this intention, you have to act upon that. So, you know, if you guys are wanting to, let's say, manifest this, some sort of career, like your dream career, you can't just sit at home and wish and hope for that to come. You have to take the actionable steps to go out, apply for jobs, meet the right people, get connected with people that you know are maybe going to put you in the path of becoming a doctor, put you in the path of becoming a psychologist, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest. You need to take actions on that. And it's really important that although you're setting intentions, you want to set higher goals for yourself. Because I think a lot of us, we get in our mind and we get in our head thinking that it would be nice to have this, but you know, I don't think I'm ever going to live in a mansion because this is my salary. We have to think bigger. Your think has to be so big that it almost like scares you. And you want to set higher goals for yourself each and every single month, because that's going to help keep you in momentum with your goals. So the first thing is setting your intention. Be crystal clear on what your intention is. The second thing is going to be scripting, and this is so powerful. I know even for myself, scripting has been a game changer for me in terms of actually, it's one thing to have an intention and say what you're wanting and think the things that you're wanting to manifest in your life, but scripting is like you officially laying that smack down on a piece of paper, and that this is like without a doubt happening. And when you're scripting, it's very important to remember that you want to talk in present tense, because this is going to bring those feelings more alive to you. Scripting as if it's already happening, and the feelings that you're having associated with that. So when you're scripting, you write it out as if it's already yours. So this goes back to picking and choosing your words very carefully. So when we're scripting, it's always I have, I do, I make, I have. Again, we're just putting it out there as if we already have these things. We never want to put those limiting beliefs on ourselves and say, I might, I could, I should. These are all things that are going to, again, kind of push that goal away further from us, because if we're doubting it ourselves, it's less likely that the universe is going to have confidence and the universe is going to deliver those to you, because you're kind of putting that block and putting that roadblock up by having these limiting beliefs and kind of not having that full confidence in yourself. So speak present tense, I have, I am, I do. And this is something you want to do daily. I recommend, to amplify the power of doing this, is start scripting first thing in the morning and before you go to bed at night. This is really going to help amplify that and really help that manifestation magic happen when you're doing it more than once a day. So first thing in the morning, and then do it again first thing before you go to bed. If you're only able to do it, once in the day, that's just as powerful. And if that's something that's just going to work for you, then it's better to do it once a day versus not doing it at all. And I think for a lot of us too, the third thing here is going to be visualize. So it's one thing to set the intention, to set it and forget it, what we talked about. Second thing is going to be scripting, writing down what we actually want to manifest. But the third thing is actually visualizing it. And again, this is going to go back to visualizing it as if it's already yours, right? How much money do you actually see in your bank account? What does your perfect relationship look like? What does that man, what does that woman look like in your life? What color of hair do they have? What color eyes do they have? What characteristic traits do they have? What does your perfect career look like? What does your, what does your business look like? If you're really wanting to, maybe you just launched a new product and you're really wanting to have this new business really boom and take off. What does that look like for you? What are the ins and outs of this business that you're wanting to manifest? How many employees do you have working for you? Same thing with your health and wellness goals, is what is your idea of your ideal physique? Do you have abs? Do you have, shoulder caps? Do you have, slimmer legs? Do you have muscular legs? Be very specific and visualize it in present tense. Again, you want to associate those feelings. So if you're wanting to manifest a Lamborghini, what does it look like? What does it feel like? How does it drive? You really want to put yourself in the driver's seat of whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, because this is going to make it more real for you. So you want to go with, what does it feel? What's around you? Who's around you? Who's in your life? What sorts of sounds are you hearing? And if you guys really struggle with this, go on YouTube, go on Google, and just get some inspiration. Let's say that you guys are wanting to visualize a mansion, right? What does the inside of the mansion look like? Take yourself on a tour through a video on YouTube. What does your ideal physique look like? Go on Google, go on YouTube, find some motivational videos of people that train really hard and visualize that as being yourself. Whatever it is, the sky's the limit. We only stop manifesting the things that we want in our life by our own limiting beliefs. So it's going to take time and it's going to be a lot of work, but this is why I say doing it daily, first thing in the morning, first thing at night, because you're really amplifying that magic to happen. So highlighting all the key habits that we talked about today is intention, making sure that you are super clear and intentional with what you want to manifest. Second thing is going to be scripting, and the third thing is going to be visualization. And then your daily to-dos. So for a lot of us, sometimes life throws us a curveball, and sometimes we maybe are having an off day. Sometimes, maybe we have a fight with our spouse. We have a shitty day at work, whatever it is, that can sometimes rattle our world. And sometimes doing these types of things, we're not always going to feel motivated and desire to do them. This is where you have to act in spite of how you're feeling. You have to be able to put your feelings aside and just remember that, it's a bad day, recognize it. But when you quit and you continuously lower your standards, remember that this is where people fall behind. Is because you never want to match your dreams here. You always want to match your dreams up here. So even on those days that you're having a bad day, and even when you feel like quitting, those are the days that you still have to show up powerfully for yourself. Because the more that we get out of momentum with our goals, it's easier to just stop doing it. And then this is why people get left behind, is they stop that visualization process. They stop that manifestation process, and it becomes easier and easier to get out of momentum and stop doing all of these things and stop having hope. Which brings us back to square one, having all these noisy thoughts, limiting beliefs that hold us back in our journeys. So it's really important that recognize where you're at. If you're having a bad day, turn over that page and start fresh tomorrow, because again, it becomes harder and harder. It's like going to the gym. The hardest part is going to the gym. Once you're there, it becomes easy, and it becomes easier and easier to stay in momentum with your goals and continue to go and continue to show up for yourself. So, you know, you just got to push through the soreness, you got to push through the pains, and ultimately you achieve your ideal physique. Same thing applies to your dreams, is don't ever sell yourself short because you had a bad day, because something rocked your world. All you can do is pick up the pieces and flip that page over and realize it's a new day. It's a new day to show up for yourself more powerfully and be 1% better every single day. Don't think about perfection, just think about being 1% better every single day. So hopefully these tips have helped you guys. I'd love to hear you guys' comments and feedback in the comments below. So let me know which one you guys are, you know, really trying, which one's really working for you at home. I'd love to hear your thoughts and comments. Otherwise, thank you so much to each of you guys that have watched. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button for more videos and updates